Alright, we're back with some Rogue Trader here. I don't know that we've actually explored this area very well, to be honest with you, but let's, monkey rubbish. Okay, so I guess we've already got the monkey rubbish.
Keep your wits about you. Let us not dawdle.
There's... Where's the cage sturdy enough to stop a tank? Or the fury of a post-human? What for?
To see them cut down. My hands unclean. Alone. The past gabardine.
Alright, that was cool. So one of the... Okay, Ofar, a less knowledgeable person might not recognize this giant humanoid, but you are well aware that this is a space marine, an angel of the Emperor. The scar tattoos on his body, which at first appeared abstract and primitive, together would form an angular image of the wolf's mouth, which bared fangs. The person must be a genetic offspring of Leman Russ, the space wolf of Fenris.
Fenris Yolda, mortal. You know the old words. Good words. Strong as a rock. Sharp as the blade of a force axe. Deadly as a kraken's tooth. What do you want?
Huge body with scraggly, overgrown red hair perfectly suits the deep, chilling voice of this man, or of this beast in the guise of a man. Tribal scar-like tattoos cover his chest, arms, and back, and you glimpse intricate braids in the mass of unwashed hair. His body bears so many pale scars that you cannot count them all. Muscles bulge beneath his skins like boulders. He looks like a statue carved from stone. It is clear his captivity has sapped the prisoner of none of his physical power. Your assessment is confirmed when you spot the remains of a Drakari in a pile of carrion in the street. Luckily, one of the Homunculus' servant. Drakari's flesh appears to be making a fine snack for your new acquaintance.
I am a wolf. My pack answered the Inquisition's call and came to the Koronus Expanse. There was a battle, and then... the young wolves yearning to be meat for their brotherlings. To a feast of bolters they went out roving. Though they were but few, one long fang with them went loping. Not to see them cut down by scythes unclean. The pups he sent scattering, and there stood alone the paths guarding. For a foe he long spied, one worthy among unworthy. The song of swords singing, they clashed with clamor and skill, until stood the old wolf upon the bones. Then, by the birds of battle, was he brought down. Was that clear enough? This saga sounds less interesting in prose. That butcher sent you to spy for him, did he? Or do they know nothing of the Emperor's angels, the space wolves of Fenris, or the great Leman Russ in your corner of the galaxy? For his own safety, when I am not busy killing inhuman spawn in the arena. The Xenos fear my will. But I sit in a cage while you roam freely around their city. They do not fear you. Maybe there is a reason for that. Maybe our fates are not the same at all. And why do you want to know?
Okay.
To get what you want, you will have to convince two very headstrong individuals. Me and my captor. That claw-handed Xenos.
Do I try this?
You are the one who has supped the mjord of the Skjalds, I see. In the long haul, some of my brothers will be eager to tell you of their exploits so that you would sing a saga of their deeds.
Alright. 1 second here. I do. Okay. Alright, so let's see what else we got here.
I always have a backup plan.
Let's see what else we can talk to here.
I always keep my options open.
How do you get over here? There's definitely some stuff over here. Oh. Let's see. Let me take the Space Marine. No. Assurances were noticing you're still waiting for something. He uses your blade, still not taking his eyes off your experiment. If you wish to continue wasting time with your pathetic bleeding and whining specimen, then you know the price. Pay up or get out. It will do. Obedient specimen, so be it. You have earned a few minutes of my attention. The answer is still no. The particular monkey specimen has phenomenal parameters. I previously studied 2 other specimens of the same breed, but able to untangle their genetic secrets. He also performs well enough in the arena. I will not part with the last specimen. Huh. With him, I definitely succeed. If you're so helpless, then what use in the lane you live? Surely. Perhaps the genetic subtype of all 3 specimens was effective, and this is the cause of my limited success. In that case, the loss of the specimen would not be significant. I recommend pain as a means of pacification, and you can take his armor. I found it entirely unintriguing. Okay. This weary sigh, the homunculus turns away from you, his knife-like fingers and a nerving scraping sound. Okay, so let's see. Can we go get in now? He's right here. How do I... Okay. So singing under his breath, he does seem to shoot tendencies and a bloody riposte. I need your help. But his expression shifts suddenly. Pump up your chest.
A true hero. Is that right? Do you realize who you are bragging to, mortal? I have faced enemies in 1,000 battles. The bodies of those I have slain could pay the path from Fenris to Holy Terra. My name is known to everyone in the chapter. Well, I think I have heard of you. You truly are stout-hearted, they say, and have proved yourself in the past.
Well,
Very well. It will be no shame at all to go into battle with you. Even though you cannot hope to compete with an angel of the Emperor for sheer glory. It seems Tervantius is not as clever as he likes to appear if he's letting me out of the cage. The joke is on him. Good steel I have already. But if we are going hunting, I will need my wolf skin. What did you say your name was?
thought you said you'd heard of me. But anyway. Ulfar is a space marine. A mighty space marine is proportionist and still respected his allies and feared his foes. But because Ulfar takes up 4 steals instead of 1, certain mechanics may work differently for him. He does not use cover or conventional human armor and weapons. His unique ability allows him once per combat instead of losing consciousness due to having his wounds reduced to 0 to him incapacitated for 2 rounds. While in this state, he cannot be targeted by attacks or suffer damage. He also counts as full cover for his allies. Alright.
Speak, et vater.
So he's got... Huh. Okay. What is his intelligence? It's less than 35. Okay, so he can't... doesn't do any good either. We're gonna give him that. And he can't use healing, so... I'm gonna give him all this, it doesn't matter. Probably not gonna use him anyway. Now we need to level him. Okay, Arch Militant. Okay, so... brutal hunter. Some scars. Okay, we're gonna do that because that sounds interesting. Then we want. We're gonna go with Koronus, I think. No. And the question is, am I gonna use him? I don't know. Okay. Toughness. Wanna do that? Let's do that. We're very going to add toughness. Go with tenacity. Yeah, this doesn't seem bad. We can still add more toughness. We're gonna go with agility here. Okay, so that's it for him, looks like. Alright. Did I not equip? I equipped him with stuff, did I not? Why is he not showing up in gear? Why is he still showing up as...
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Okay, and... Looks like there's... Taldrikari, body's riddled with painful-looking puncture wounds, dotted with metal rings and clamps. Let's chuckle as you approach. Look, Carrion, is it the monkey that cost you your place at the Archon side? Mara's eyes flared, turquoise fire side. An immediate control urge to kill. The Drukari seizes the blades hanging from his belt and freezes to the shadow of the metal-studded Xenos. Careful with the meat for the arena, Mara's eye. If Sinistoria is short on toys for her fighters, you will be punished again. She seems to enjoy putting you against Chimeria. This time she won't deem it necessary to give you back your skin after you slay them all. Motionless, Marzai turns his head toward his kin, and you notice a thin red stripe in his neck below his ear. Like a fresh stitch, shaking with barely contained rage, the former Draken stares at you with dark eyes. I want to talk to you. I think that the witches, he switches to look. I think, what, monkey? So what happened at the trial? You were tricked. Treventus' creation must have been a low-grade imitation of the mirage that did not completely overwhelm you. Even if we say it's serious, what it is to you? You're trapped, I am trapped. We could help each other. You help me. Why would the quarry help the hunter? If you expect me to believe that. Let's make a deal. You help me to take out yours, I'll take out yours. His chin and so his more pensively than angry. I'm tired of listening to you and your old friend whispering in that primitive babble. Enough, we must go. There's a grudging obeys the order, but as he walks away, you cannot resist tossing another unreadable look in your direction. Okay. Why is Ulfar not wearing his equipment? I mean, he has the equipment on. I can see it right here. As long as the wearer has performed both melee and ranged attacks this turn, every enemy in a 5-star radius that is smaller than the wearer suffers +1 stack over perplexed. Still, he's not wearing his armor. I don't know. I don't get it. Okay, whatever.
Is there money to be made?
144 hit points. I wish the rest of my characters had 144 hit points. That would be nice. I'm wondering if I'll actually be able to get the loot on this thing without being perplexed. Perplexed sucks. It's terrible. It's a horrible debuff. Alright, so I couldn't get Cassia, but I did get one new... Oh, he's got his armor on now.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
That's weird. That's wild. Okay, so now we go to the arena. Wherever that is. Let's see. Where's the arena? Down here, isn't it? To the pit.
I always have a backup plan.
It's down here. If thou seest a flaw in me, smite me. His hoarse whispers are nothing like the usual clear and mellifluous voice that she uses for prayer. Smite me. Rogue trader, you found me at prayer. Darkness surrounds us, and we will require all your spiritual fortitude our ravished hearts can muster. Are you distraught because of... Thank you for your words of sauce, Rotator. Tell me, Rotator, do you trust me? Please look into my heart and tell me what you see. I trust you with my life. But what if I am undeserving of your trust? Rotator, to lose hope is to err in the eyes of the Emperor, and I am drawing closer to erring than ever before. The darkness all around me thickens, and the clutches of our captors are strong. If I am to give myself fully to the battle ahead, I need all my strength, and to summon such strength, I must purge my soul. Tell me, will you hear my confession? Of course, I killed Theodore von Valentius. What? Yurlet raises her head slightly and looks around, clearly not fully understanding what is wrong, but sensing a shift in the mood around her. Yes, it was me, not your treacherous kin Vauntveer, not the cultist, me. She speaks with a strange blend of pride and horror in her voice. I remember every last detail. The ship was under attack. I grabbed my weapon and ran to her side because I thought it was my duty to protect the Emperor's chosen. And what did I witness when I burst into her study? Theodore von Valentius, a rogue trader holding a sinister sorcerer's artifact, radiating with profane light. It was like a lens. It was a lens like the one we saw in the Racked system, except it was smaller and far more potent. I instantly knew it to be a weapon of the archenemy. I had seen objects like it before on Solus Prime, the planet where I sought the sacred relic and where I had nearly died at the hands of cultists. So many things were made clear to me in that moment. So piercing was their relation, so obvious the answer to how those heretics had found their way into a planet known to none but those of House von Valentius. I fired before I could even fully comprehend what I was seeing. Terra's light must have guided my hand, for one shot was all it took. The boulder discharge destroyed both the arch enemy's artifact and its owner's black heart. But I do not regret killing her, nor do I regret it now. Theodora had succumbed to the archenemy and its dark sorcery. The entire attack on the ship was merely a result of her and Voidveer feeding over their spoils, and I realized it in my heart the moment I saw the artifact in her hands. But standing in that same room was the honorable arch-militant, a devout servant of the Emperor, and the reason I had made it off of Solus Prime after the cultist attacked. When he saw me firing at Theodore, he instinctively rushed to protect her. I killed him too. Do you remember the orphans I once asked you to meet with, Rogue Trader? One of the boys was the son of the man I killed. My whole life I had sworn I would not allow villains to orphan children in the Imperium, and then I did so myself. Lady Theodora, Mort, fell at the hand of the one meant to protect the servants of the God Emperor. I never doubted the security of the von Valentius bloodline when you were close, but now the very foundations on which the power of the Rogue Trader rests seems to be violated. Regenta looks at you anxiously, waiting for your action. You at least regret what you did. I regret the deaths of the innocents every waking moment, but how can I avert my eyes from heresy? That goes against my very nature. I'm glad to have revealed the truth to you, Rotator, but dishonesty has been driving me out of my mind. Okay. Well, that was interesting. I'm not sure how some of this stuff I'm just not sure how it's going to play out as the game continues.
Keep your wits about you.
Okay. Let's go to the arena. Don't really want to lose her, but I guess Ulfar could kind of fill that hole, fill that void. Let's see. Quizzes Strife, the bloodstained proselytes will face the sophisticated killers, the Cabal, Poisonous Whisperer, and the challengers who have already survived one fight in the arena will go up against fresh battle meat provided by the Cabal of the Wounded Skies. Alright, where are we? Okay. Right there they come. Huh. Oh.
We'll wipe your disgusting presence out of existence.
Savor the kill. There's some pretty good hit points. There's some pretty good stuff here, man. I think they've all got melee weapons, though, don't they? Except for maybe the... Okay, who goes... Where's the sniper at? Oh god, there's a sniper up here. Well, that is not good. Okay, where is... Let's... That's weird. Okay, we're gonna stick him back here in the back a little bit. Okay, I think we've got everybody. Here, let's go first. So, I feel like it's been a while since I've used her. So we're going to make... Who can we take out? We can hit the sniper, can't we?
It serves your cause. Tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause. I understand your intent. Ancestors guide me.
Me educate you on the art of pain.
I am not your senile pet monkey.
Ha! He missed. Okay, so Argenta's next. What do I want to do with her? We want to move over here so we can kind of... I don't think I want to move her that far.
I'll do
We're gonna
it.
do that first.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Here's my Emperor! This is why I
My
educated.
fury.
Alright.
You are mine now. I am a prey taker. Horror awaits.
My exile.
Oh my
has
god,
not ended
68
yet.
points. That's terrible.
The order is contrary to dogmatic protocols.
I must. Thank you.
Request approved. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Oh, I can't, it won't reach. Dang it. That's not good.
Request approved.
That missed.
My competences are not that universal.
This is not a good... I am not getting a good start on this, that's for sure.
At your beck and call. It will be done. I will do my duty.
A born predator does not become prey.
Alright, so what do we got here? We're gonna do that.
So it shall
A work for a flesh crafter.
see how the wolf eye have become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
Okay, Malachi here.
Who if not me? It's as good as done.
We're definitely gonna do that. Why does he have these down here? Why are these down here?
I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally. Who if not me?
Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak.
For this.
Power resides in the will of the
Okay.
righteous. As the Emperor commands, I act. Strike is a prayer.
You on the art of pain.
I hate the fact that you have to keep
I'll do it.
scrolling back to those.
You, my Emperor! Faith without deeds is worthless. Advocated.
But is she? Okay, so she gets an attack now.
If it serves your cause. This tedium is beneath.
I don't really want to do that though. Can I take the, can I hit this sniper?
That
Cannot.
is not the Emperor's will. I'll do it. This is why I was chosen. Doubt is for the weak.
You've unleashed my fury.
For you, my Emperor! As the Emperor commands, I act. Strike is a
All right.
prayer.
A work
Faith
for a
without
flesh
deeds is
crafter.
worthless.
I don't know. The bad thing is you don't know how many. I can't tell you how many attacks I get here.
Why I was
I
chosen.
will tear your heart
refuse.
out
That's
for
it.
this.
That's all of them. Okay, so now
Accept your lot.
Alright, so
Doubt is
we're
for
on
the weak.
slaughter. She can move over here.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Faith without deeds is
Oh my god, the damage, dude. What in the world is with her damage there? What the crap happened there? That was crazy. That was insane.
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act.
It's okay. Aw, man. Okay. It's okay. We'll get another attack here.
I'll do it.
Ah, not enough. We're just going to end it. They're clapping, at least they seem to like it, so that's okay.
Hear you moving.
Oh.
No more.
Alright, we'll take that too. And then... the sniper is the one that scares me the most.
Understand your intent. Lives beyond the veil.
Okay, so we're gonna end this here.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. Each strike is a prayer.
Alright, so that's how we do that. Former Ibis runs his finger along the edge of his blade. Your former captives, you have a chance to rectify the mistake that made you forfeit the Archon's favor. I doubt your Maris will change her mind, and Sinistoria will surely not want to give up her new plaything. Maka glances at the witches, his eyes brimming with a sea of powerless rage. A moment later he looks at you. The expression changes slightly, one eyebrow arching as if he's trying to make some agonizing decision. I'll sort of be facing untested fighters. However, it still stands. Would you consider Elan Tech? Your leg chokes, unable to continue. Well, come on. Ha! A fine jest. He is joking, yes. Ulfar catches your eye, and the humor evaporates from his face. Troll balls, you're not joking. Welcome to our fraternity of the perplexed, my lord Ulfar. Get used to it. The rogue trader never fails to astonish. Foolish monkey, the former Dracon of the Reaving Tempest is the property of the cult, and only the succubi have the right. Your offer is accepted. Tormented expression in Malaka's eyes vanish. You to replace with a malevolent resolve to have you come to know. Your offer is accepted, monkey. What did you say, you arrogant wretch? Okay, at least he came over to my side of the thing, I guess, as opposed to...
Scum! You don't belong in this galaxy.
I will revel in
Man,
your
more of those? Okay. Okay. What do we got here? We have no more snipers, apparently. So Malaka... We'll go here, like always. Let's go over here, because that seems like a good place for her. Mother Eye. I can't move around, so we'll put her. I really want her here. We'll put Abelard up here. Let's put Abelard here, actually. And Pascal, it's gonna go right there. Wolfar, it's gonna go right here. He's gonna be our defender against these. Alright, so let's start the battle. Okay, so first we're gonna do this. Then we're gonna give that to her. I never can remember. I mean, yes please. These 2 temporary wounds.
I'll make it happen. On it. It's as good as done.
Oh, dude, I can't actually. Dang it.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Can you stop shooting Abelard? Okay, these have a lot more hit points, don't they?
If I must. I am not your Xenos pet monkey. This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause, no weakness is hidden from my sight.
Heart out for this. Oblivion approaches.
Indeed.
Are those dead? I think those are dead. Okay, I think I'm seeing ghosting. I think some of these are actually just. Maybe I just can't see hit points on them.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Alright, let's see here. What can we do here?
It will be done. At your beck and call.
I can't see how many hit points
I'll
these
show you
have.
the real pain.
That's kind of weird, I think.
I will do my duty.
Their death won't be easy.
Pain is all.
Just a minor setback.
Ow, dude, he.
Nobody escapes us. You are mine now.
Alright, so let's see.
You will pay for this in blood.
None can do better than a warrior of the All-Father! My hand is thunder! My strike is ruin!
This, for some reason, this just feels bugged.
Wolves reign!
I don't feel like I'm doing damage to them.
Icy bite of death!
High momentum.
Rejoice in battle! I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. I am his will made manifest.
You can't see their hit points.
You, my Emperor!
Of luck. You call this a strike?
As the Emperor commands, why I was
You
chosen.
paid for this in blood.
I'll do it. For you, my Emperor! As the Emperor commands, this is why I was
Woe
chosen.
to you.
I'll do it.
Your last stroke of luck.
As the Emperor commands,
You call this a strike?
for you, my
Pay for
Emperor!
this in blood.
I do wish I could
Doubt
see
is
Emmy.
for the weak. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. This is why I was chosen.
I need to check this one out too.
I'll do it. For you, my Emperor! Faith without deeds is...
Alright, so let's see here.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. If it serves your cause. I understand your intent.
Well, I did that wrong there. It's okay.
I refuse.
Okay, he has more hit points than I thought he did. I thought he went like almost completely yellow there. Alright, who do I want to shoot with this? This guy? This guy? I can't tell how many hit points they have.
This is unacceptable. I will
Oh,
not.
I guess we're shooting him.
That is not the Emperor's will.
Your last stroke of luck.
Okay, that's the only shot we had anyway. Alright, Pascal. I'll move over here. We're going to do an opening. This one.
Running binaric override. My vow is to serve. I venerate you, Messiah.
You are the art of pain.
I still don't like the fact that we can't actually see their hit points. Oh, you have to look over here to see the hit points. It's very annoying. Malachi. Okay, so what am I gonna do with him?
I won't stand for it. I'll see to it personally. Who if not me?
Indeed. It will be done.
You call this a strike?
Okay, you're lit.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
I missed the day when she could actually just drop a bunch of stuff, man. That was awesome.
Ancestors guide me.
I must see that you will pay for this in blood.
A tactically sound approach. At your beck and call. I will do my duty.
How many hit points did he have? 36.
It will be done.
I'll return the pain tenfold.
I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
Killings are always slow.
Momentum.
Comes play! So it shall be!
Kick's pretty cool, I have to say. I don't really plan on having Argenta in melee range too often, but it may be worth picking up.
None can do this better than the warrior of the All-Father.
Oh, I got that one anyway.
Comes play!
88.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, strike is afraid.
Oh god. I hit the control. The control thing was not supposed to do that. When was this? So I have to do the whole fight again, don't I? Delete character. What does that do? Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay. We're gonna go back and replay this because that should not have done that. That's really unfortunate. That really should not have happened. Alright, let's do this again. Because it really should not have. When you told it to miss allies, it really should not have hit him like that. Nothing you can do once it started. There was nothing I could do. Alright. We're gonna. Alright. I don't really like reloading, but I believe that I believe that was a mechanics fail. I believe that was a.
Suffer exquisitely.
I believe that was a mechanical fail there. To be honest with you, I don't believe that was a. He's actually a pretty darn good tank, isn't he?
This tedium is beneath. That is beneath me. If I must.
And she missed. All that work to miss. All that work to miss.
Your suffering.
When Fenris is in battle, who shall speak?
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. My Emperor!
You've unleashed my fury. You are mine now.
So shall it be. See how the wolf succeeds?
Fleshcrafter. I'll tear your heart out for this.
None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father.
I'm glad he like missed all those. That's pretty awesome.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all. Running binaric override.
You bite like a pup.
Ah.
I'll see to it personally. On it. It's as good as done. Who, if not me? I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. Escape the Emperor's justice.
Alright, let's see.
Power resides in the will of the righteous.
A work for a fleshcrafter.
Do it. you, my emperor!
Tear your heart out for this. Let me educate you on the art of pain.
Doubt is for the weak. It's why I was chosen. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Alright, there's one down.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Eradicated. Doubt is for the weak. Each strike is a prayer. This is unacceptable. Faith without deeds is worthless.
You've unleashed my fury.
Let's see.
I won't compromise my principles. You should feel honored to witness this.
I'll do it.
Oh, it's interesting because all these things are.
As the Emperor commands, I act. My Emperor! This is
A work for
Ha, she's just kind of crazy. She's just kind of crazy here.
doubt is for the weak. This is why I was chosen. For you, my Emperor! As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless.
She doesn't get an attack here, so.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature. On it.
I'll give her some temporary wounds.
Who if not me?
Yeah, he can't hit. He can't hit anything.
Victory is imminent.
Avalar's just not getting his first move, isn't he?
I took care of this one. It will be done.
I'm just gonna give
your
him some
beck and
armor.
call.
You cannot force me, Elantak. Stop trying, monkey. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. I understand your intent. I am not your Xenos pet.
I will tear your heart out for this.
Wait, that's not the. Okay.
creatures.
Let me educate you on the art of pain. I am a prey.
Is that all you've got?
Yeah, is that all you got?
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. As the Emperor commands, none can escape the
Alright.
Emperor's judgment.
So now let's not try to let's blah blah. Okay. Oh, Lord's like, yeah, this is just how he is. You just have to get used to it. Okay, now let's try not to like shoot him in the back, because
Xenos scum! You don't belong in this galaxy.
we're with the same lineup because I do like that one. One thing I did not like. Okay, we're gonna. Okay, Irla gets the first attack here. So who does she want? I think she wants to go with the one that goes with the guns. I think that's the most important thing to do.
This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause. I understand
like
your
some-
intent. I am not your Xenos pet.
Woe to you.
Woe to you.
It's as good as done. I'll make it happen.
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. I was chosen.
They dodge most of that? I can't tell because it's not showing damage over them either, which
I'll
is
do
very
it.
annoying.
I'll see to it personally.
Ah, so close.
I'll make you howl.
Carnage, beckon!
I'm okay with Wolfar taking damage, to be honest with you.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Those weren't great damage.
I am his will made manifest. I will not.
Why can't I not shoot this one?
I refuse. This is unacceptable.
A work for a flesh crafter.
I'll do it. This is why I was chosen.
Stroke of luck.
Doubt is for the weak.
You call this a strike?
Faith without deeds is worthless.
You will pay for this in blood.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. This is why I was chosen. I'll do it.
Oh, that should have got him right there.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Who, if not me?
That is not the Emperor's
I
will.
want to target that one.
I'll do it.
I'll tear your heart out for this.
You, my Emperor.
That's it. I'd like to have one more shot would have been good there.
Malice drives me.
Horror awaits.
Indeed.
Woe to you!
It will be done. At your beck and call.
I don't like this one because
Skithia, my Keramite hide is strong.
again I can't tell where I'm at.
I'll return the pain tenfold.
Wolves reign.
Why can I not fire? Oh, because they're right there.
I challenge you.
I'm kind of okay with that. I don't really care.
I'll return the pain tenfold.
Cubs play. See how the in disgrace.
What a pleasure.
I don't know how I keep getting those. It's very annoying. I don't know if you can see those, but I keep getting I keep getting more pop-ups for getting achievements, theme achievements, and it's not.
Request approved. Explorers know one route. Forward.
I messed this up, didn't I? Okay, I did this and then I moved.
Running binary override. Request denied.
I'll show you the real pain. Your skill is lacking.
If I must. This tedium is beneath me.
I'll show you the real pain.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea. I'll make it happen. On it.
As the Emperor commands.
Ah.
Doubt is for the weak. This is why I was
I'll
chosen.
return the pain tenfold. I'll show you the real pain.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Okay, did I kill both of those? I think so. I can't tell.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Did Abelard even take any damage there? I don't think he did.
It will be done.
I understand your intent. Pay with your blood in the name of Kalamensha. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Victory is imminent.
You bite like a pup! None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father. I hunger for battle.
Ha.
So it shall be. I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
Request approved. The order is contrary to dogmatic protocols. Running binaric override.
Alright. Marzai shakes off the blood off his blades and turns to you, battle fury still blazing in his eyes. A moment later, his lips twist in his well now. One can only marvel at the fickle turns of fate, rogue trader. Sometimes we all have to contend with circumstances that make any ally count, trying to convince himself against Xenos in indignation and dismay. That razor weapon contained rage flashes in her eye. I will do what the Ellen Tack did not have the courage to do. Ah, cousin, you have inexplicably managed to earn the forgiveness of the one you betrayed and pushed into Komora's embrace. And now you intend to go against his will by killing me? Your lauded Sorani restraint is failing you much as it has before. Rilla hesitates for a few moments and shrinks under the mocking gaze of the Drukhari. So, monkey, Marzai looks at you with a strange expression as though struggling to comprehend what is just observed. You really are intent on escaping from the chasm, aren't you? Bold ambitions for arena meat. Oh yeah, monkey, one more time and this partnership is over. And monkey more. I will make an effort not to. No desire to die. Never. I will break out of this arena, avoid the cult's executioners, and make your mercenaries Norzaka pay for their every moment of my humiliation. They will take us to the chasm now. Let us talk somewhere quiet. The Shrieker's Inn will do. Turn of the head, a quick glance, and a subtle nod. There's a wordless conversation happening among some of your companions. Yes, we have much to discuss. I will head there now. Do not make me wait. Marzai is a Drukhari and a Draken of the Cabal of Reaving Tempest. Marzai does not use human weapons and can wear either Drukhari armor or, if he learns the required feature, Eldari armor. The ability deals strength-based damage to Marzai himself and inflicts the bleeding effect on him. While Marzai is bleeding, he gains 3 resolve and can also obtain other bonuses as his power grows. Marzai is an assassin. Assassins have a unique permanent called lethality. He's blah blah blah.
I need no Farseer to guide my future.
Rise to left in the dust.
Oh, what is that? Assuming I can't use that.
Let us not dawdle.
Alright. Was that a mistake? I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so anyway, we're gonna go ahead and end the video here. That was a good fight. I hate that we had to do it twice because I don't know, that should not, when it says it allies will dodge, allies should dodge, and he was kind of an ally at that point, I thought. So anyway, appreciate you joining us though, and we'll see you next time.